So, Makenna, tell me a true story from Michigan that you have. Just a time that was really stuck with you, is really important to you.
Okay, so this was in 2015, and we were up north. We always go up north, so we didn't think it was going to be any different than any other time. And we were just like having ice cream in the town we always go to because we always eat ice cream. Like we knew rain was coming, we knew there was a storm coming, so we were trying not to take too long, but we didn't know the extent of what it was going to be. So it started to pour, and at the time we were camping and we were in our trailer, so we drove all the way back to our campsite and it was pouring. So me and my sister stayed in the car, and my parents threw our bags in the back, and we backed our car up as close as we could, and we just hooked up the trailer as fast as we could, and we started to drive away as fast as possible because it had started to get worse. And as we were driving, we saw these clouds rolling in over the water, and they were the craziest clouds I've ever seen. They looked like they were down from all the other clouds. They looked like this wall that was coming in, and like it was this blue, and it was just crazy. I've never seen anything like it. And we were scared. I mean, my parents had to drive through it. So as we were driving, the wind was crazy. It was so fast. There was this hail. It was the biggest hail I've ever seen. It was like bigger than a baseball. And the drive was kind of far. Up north, we drive like an hour and a half just in the up north area. And then we were kind of out of the storm. But as we're in the up north area, we were driving through Traverse City, and the lightning was crazy. It was hitting the road next to us. Trees were falling down in front of us. And we ended up getting out of it, and nothing, like we weren't in danger or anything. And we came back like the next weekend, and it was just crazy. Like power was still out at the time and ended up being out for a few weeks. There was miles and miles of trees down because of the wind. And even when you go up now to this day, like you can still see so many trees down, and you can still see the damage.
So, describe how like scared were you, or like did you think anything like specific was gonna happen?
Well, I was really young. I think it was like 2015, so I was like 9. But I remember sitting in the back of the car and like seeing lightning hit the road around us and like striking the trees. And at first I didn't think anything of it. Like I was just playing games on the iPad, but I could see like my mom started to get scared, so then it made me feel scared because I was like what if like a tree falls on us, or like what if lightning hits us? So after I saw her reaction, I definitely started to get more scared, and I think that's kind of like why that moment in particular of me sitting in the back of the car, I think that's why I remember that moment so much, because I was like, what if something happens to us?
Yeah. So now, can you tell me about like how your family was acting? Like, because your sister would have been even younger than you were.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, how was she and how were you guys like helping each other?
I mean, I think she was asleep for a little bit, but when she woke up, she freaks out about a lot of stuff, so she was definitely freaking out. But even though my mom was scared, like she was trying to make us not feel scared. So she was just like it's okay, like nothing's gonna happen. It's just like some lightning hitting the road. It's just some trees. Like nothing's gonna happen. We'll be okay. We're gonna be okay. And my dad was the same way. They were just trying to make sure, like, even though they were scared, they were trying to make sure that we were okay and that we weren't gonna freak out. And they just wanted to let us know that it was gonna be okay.
And how close would the lightning have been like to your car?
Yeah, it was really close at some points. Like I would see it like hit the road. Like it was maybe like a 4-lane road. I would see it hit it like maybe 2 lanes over. So it was like pretty close. And like I would see like it would hit the road and it would like turn black on the pavement where it hit.
So what city is it up north, and
Mm-hmm.
like how far is it from your house?
Yeah, so the drive for us is about 4 hours, and it's to Glen Arbor, so it's by Sleeping Bear Dunes, and that's where like the brunt of the force hit. Like when you see people talk about the storm, that's like where it mainly hit. That's where like so many trees went down. But when we were driving, it was mostly through Traverse City, which is like right on the bay, and that's like where the lightning was hitting next to us, and like trees were falling down in the middle of the road.
After the storm happened, and from what you can remember now,
Mm-hmm.
what like issues like came like because of the storm?
I think there were some injuries for sure, and I know I saw lots of things about like lots of cars getting crushed, and I know that some houses were definitely hit by some trees. I mean, like you can see when you go up there, like the wind just knocked over so many trees, so it definitely affected the ecosystem for sure. And I mean, the power was out for such a long time. So it's not a giant town. Like Glen Arbor's a pretty small town. So the people there, I mean, it definitely affected them. Like it's a small town and there have not been any crazy storms like this before. So I feel like it definitely affected like their day-to-day lives and like their livelihoods of working, because that's a lot of money to pay for all these things that you have to fix because trees fell on or power lines were down. So